What's up, H-Town? It's your dreadhead host, Hot Topic TV, and I appreciate y'all joining me on Everything H-Town Sports Debate Show. And on today's rundown, I want to chop it up with you guys about 3 keys the Houston Texans must fix to have a better defense this year, preferably a better run defense. So H-Town, get your listening ears ready, strap up your boots, and let's go. H-Town, here's Hot Topic TV, 3 keys that the Houston Texans must fix and must do to have a better defense next year. For all you film junkies and all you quote unquote NFL film watchers or whatever you claim that you are, these are my keys that I believe would help fix the Houston Texans defense next year. And key number 1 is, which they already kind of it's under construction. They brought in some better D tackles because Lopez and Hines, no way, they struggled. They struggled mightily. So bringing in Hassan Ridgeway from the 49ers, who followed D'Amico Ryans over here, that's a better, bigger body, better run stuffer. Bringing in Sheldon Rankins from the New York Jets, who's been in a Robert Sala's defense, pretty much the same defense as D'Amico Ryans with a few twists. He's gonna help. Let me think. The guy from last year that we had, he came in the end with Lovie Smith. He played a few games, but he was, dude, he jumped off the film. His name, let me see what his name, Tyler Stallworth. That guy, he's not a big name, but he's a physical, get after the quarterback, collapse the pocket type guy. So that guy showed some flashes at the end of last season. So I think that should help. Dude, we were the 32nd ranked defense with 170 rushing yards a game. If we cut that even in half, let's say half. I know that's pushing it, but it could be cut by half. Even if we cut that by half, that's 85 yards a game. Just say 85 yards a game. Okay, 85 yards a game. I take 90 to 100 yards a game versus 170. That was ridiculous. That was horrible. That was the league worst. No one had to pass the ball against us. They could just run it up the middle, run it to the edges, and we couldn't stop it. It was ridiculous. Another key, I think, that we failed to do last season was use Derek Stingley properly. We didn't use that Tampa 2, that 4-3 base Tampa 2 that Lovie Smith ran. It just left so many open gaps and so many open holes for wide receivers to sit down in the gaps and in the holes and get easy passes. Stingley had to run up 4 yards just to make a tackle. It was ridiculous. That must go. I know D'Amico Ryans run a 4-3 base, but his is more disguised. It makes a quarterback think about what he's doing before he does it. And they're going to play a lot more nickel, a lot more man-to-man coverage. So it should play to Derek Stingley's strengths, which I love. Also, we have to have a bigger jump from the year 2 defenders as far as Christian Harris, as far as Jalen Petrie, and as far as Derek Stingley. We must have that year 1 to year 2 jump where those guys show improvement, possibly make a Pro Bowl from either one of them, and it should help. We also brought in Will Anderson Jr., who was one of the highest pressure guys in college football. He also was a productive sack maker, and he's going to play defensive end in his scheme. He's going to be able to pin his ears back and get out after the quarterback. That should help us as well. This defense must get more pressure on the quarterback and have better run stuffers, which I think we will on paper. It should be better because D'Amico Ryans is a better coach, defensive coach, at scheming and disguising the defense, where everybody in the world know we're just gonna sit in the cover 2 zone and they can just throw in open holes. I just think that Lovie Smith, he was stuck in his ways. He was stuck in the old era of football, and the offensive skill players are totally different. Offensive schemes are totally different. And that Tampa 2 just being stuck in that was just not going to work. And I believe that if we can, like I said before, if we can cut the run defense, let me give you a few stats. We was ranked 32nd, dead last in the league last year. Like I said, if we cut that 170 in half, that's 85 yards a game, which I know that's pushing it, but maybe, like I say, if they give me 90, if they drop it 90 to 100, I'll be pleased with that. The top run defense last year was Tennessee at 76.9. Third best was the Ravens at 89.8. And the top 10, which was number 10, was Denver at 109.8. I take 109.8. Just give me that. Give me the top 12, if you will. It'll be a much improved team if we can stop the team's run and put some pressure, because our pass defense was pretty good. Steven Nelson played pretty dang good. Derek Stingley, when he did play, he played pretty good. Jalen Petrie played amazing, but he needed to be better on his tackles. But he did have a good rookie season. This right here, the additions that we added, Horton, Will Anderson Jr., Tato. Don't quote me and don't hold me on that, because his name, I'm trying. But we did add some better pieces and better additions, you know, to beef the defense up in the scheme, like I said, in the disguise that D'Amico Ryans run, and the way they coach these players, and the way they teach these players, and the way D'Amico Ryans show these players to look at the defensive game through a different lens. I believe they will be better. I believe they will be a lot better than the 32nd run defense in the league. If they can get up to half, to 15, that would be a huge improvement from the 32nd. Hell, get to 17. But those are the three keys to me. The second-year players must be better this year as far as Stingley, Christian Harris, and Petrie. The run defense must improve, to me, by half, but get it even to the top 10 where Denver was at 109.8. And this defense must be disguised. We have to run a better scheme than what we ran last year. I mean, I know I'm preaching to the choir. Everybody's seen that defense was trash and that it sucked. But those are my three keys that I think will improve this defense for the 2023-2024 season. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Please show your boys some love as well as I do you in H-Town. It's been real, and peace.